This video is going to be for everybody who is highly sensitive being. I have been dealing with comments like that I am highly sensitive my whole life.
Too sensitive.
I'm too sensitive. I've heard it from everywhere and I have never loved it. I always felt bad and I always felt imperfect, and last week I was at my acupuncturist. He said, hey, nobody also judges you if you have long hair or short hair, or if you have brown eyes or blue eyes. It's like telling you that it's bad that you're highly sensitive. And I'm like, he's right. I want to be insensitive. I want to be like everybody else, but I'm this way and I have to accept it, you know?
You don't want to be insensitive.
He always tells me that. I know that I don't want to, but
That's what I love about Petra, because for me, I've also never experienced a person that is like her. And I come a little bit from a different way how I grew up, and I totally honor and appreciate all these things about her, because it also opens my eyes about the world. It seemed to me like no matter how hard her family or people around her tried to change her, mold her into somebody who is just tough and rigid and normal like everybody else.
And I also tried myself.
But it just
really
didn't
tried.
work. It's just not gonna work on her because you're so pure.
I really tried very hard to fit in all the time. And people who are highly sensitive very much understand what I'm saying. And it's really tough for highly sensitive people to exist in this planet, in this nowadays. And also it's really tough for the family, because they have no idea what highly sensitive person can feel, how far that highly sensitive person can see. And it has always been a very big struggle for me, because I could inform my family like several years ahead about situations which will come. And that's why I didn't want to share it in this YouTube before, because I didn't know how to approach this, how to express it. And now I think it's the right time to.
Yeah, and you don't have to be ashamed for this, because it's actually a really wonderful quality to have, and you can be proud of this. You need to cherish it.
Yeah.
Let's make like 3 examples of where it shows up. For example, we have construction going on around our house, and yesterday morning they were having like this constant pressure machine that was running, and Petra said, let's close the windows. I feel like everything is vibrating. My brain is hurting. I feel the vibration in the house.
I felt like elephant who can hear through the earth.
Yeah, you said that. She felt the vibration in the house. I didn't feel anything. Yeah, I heard the noise. It was annoying, but it was really concerning for you. You could feel the vibration of the house.
And how it can cause headaches and migraines, for example.
Yes.
I immediately feel these things, you know, ahead.
And I would be somebody, I would leave the window open. Yeah, as I said, it's annoying, but I would just let my body be exposed to it. Whereas Petra says, no, I don't want this. I want to go away for the duration of when they make this noise, or let's close all the windows. Let's make sure that we can somehow make it more manageable. Second example, we have a street light in front of our room. And it was always, ever since I met her, super important every night that the room is as pitch black as possible. So you can imagine, if you have traveled to many different places,
every room,
hotels, Airbnbs,
in every hotel,
it's very common that they have like street lights in front of the window, and they don't have good blackout curtains. They just have some shitty things. Like, this is a really cool blackout curtain which we have here, which we purchased exactly for this purpose. But she would not hold back. Even as tired as she might be, in the middle of the night, she would start to stand on a chair. She would start to
climb on the
climb
windows.
up there. She would hang towels and blankets all over the windows just to make the room dark. And the third one, I'm from Switzerland. So when we go to Switzerland, there are a lot of cows. And I never noticed them in my whole life. It was just normal. They're stinky. They're everywhere on the grass, on the fields. But Petra had such a adorable,
Petra is flying.
adorable laugh.
Petra sees every cow like a manifestation of love. Cow is giving to yourself everything, every piece of her body.
We could just walk across the field. There were a few cows, and she would just stand there, look at them, adore them. The cows would walk towards her. And then she started to learn a little bit how the milk farmers are conducting their business. And she heard and saw firsthand how they are removing the baby cows from the mothers. And it was breaking her heart. And it also lit up a little fire in her that she really would love to change this in the world, because she says it's so important for the babies to stay with their mommies, and also for the mothers it's important that they have the baby. They need this. This is a really sacred bond.
It's the strongest bond in the planet Earth.
And it's
the bond
something
between a child and the mother. I feel it, I see it. The mother can even in a wilderness do some things like go towards the people who she would be extremely scared and show them her baby where it's trapped or something, and
to get help.
to just get the help for the baby.
And it's something that I have never noticed in my life. Like I never spent a minute thinking about it, because that's just the way things were. But it's something that also Petra can't just look away and walk away from. It's not enough to say, that's so sad that they're doing it. Okay, let's move on with my life. No, it is lingering with you for days, or like until now. It's something that you really would love to see change
I,
in
for
this
example,
world.
have nephews. His friends has cows there, and I talk to him about baby cows and so on. I don't want to push it to anybody. I am trying to always be a little closed about it. Not a lot of people know that I have these mental processes, because throughout my life I realized I can't share my inner process with other people because they don't get it. They think it's too.
You're never really pushy.
Yeah,
You have
I'm
to say
not
that.
pushing anything to anybody. But I asked my nephew, hey, did you notice that they take away the babies from the cows and then they miss each other and they want to be with each other, they want to bond? And my nephew said, oh, they do it this way. And that's it for them. It's it. They do it this way. And his friend said, they do it this way, and that's done. Because they forgot to see the bond, and I am blessed and cursed at the same time that I still see it. And I think because you watch us, then I could just like really open up for it.
But you already
For
see
you.
now how this is not a curse. This is a gift. And we
Yeah,
need
he
this in
sees
this
it as
world.
a gift.
We need this in this
Yeah.
world. We need people who are having these capabilities, who see, who feel,
Yeah.
because those are the ones that are going to help us change and going to help us open our eyes to the truth, to what has always been there, but we have just been blinded to see it. And I would still live very different if I didn't meet Petra and I didn't open my eyes about so many things. And I always love to go with her into nature. She always talks about what animals are doing and what they're thinking about right now. And I just totally love it. I love watching her, how she interacts with this world.
Yeah, we are much. Yeah, he started to be more connected to the birds outside. That's why you hear them right now, probably, as well, because we have a window open and we are doing that. But I want to just say that it's really hard to process this, because you take it as a curse. You are different than other people, and you still want to fit in, and you don't feel like it's something perfect and amazing and so on. You feel like it's a problem because you're too sensitive. You just can't do certain things. You can't eat certain foods. You can't go into certain areas or cities, or, even water with people, like pools. It immediately reacts. The body reacts. I am extremely tired or whatever, I also cannot be not truthful to people. I just cannot be like pretending I like somebody when I already see that energy of that person, who is not, of course, in the core of the soul bad, but they have very bad, harmful programs in them. And that also was a problem in my family. I was avoiding certain people whom my family had problems with them, but I just couldn't even come close to these people, because as a child I was just extremely, extremely sensitive, and I had no idea how to work with this. And I think they also didn't know at all how to work with that. And
It
now,
was more annoying. They would try to shut her up or to dismiss her, whatever
yeah,
she says. But then a few years later, they're living in that situation that she has predicted, and they know she was right. And you're already on the next thing. You already see the next thing
yeah.
that's gonna come, and they have to again.
And it's really nice because I see, for example, pregnancy 2 months ahead or a month ahead or 3 months ahead before it happens in that person. For example, my sister had chairs, like she has already 2 kids, and I said, hey, don't throw away your car seats, you will need them. And I just walk by and I say it, and I don't know why. And I already said to her 2 weeks before, I said, I see soul around you. You know, I don't know, because I am very analytical and logical person too. I am not this crazy hexa which is running in forests, and I am very analytical person. But this comes out of my mouth sometimes, you know, and in 10 days or 2 weeks she was already pregnant, and she didn't plan children at all. I also talked to my cousin's partner, which had 3 IVFs, and I talked to her. I had a feeling I should call her. I just did something we just talked on the phone with her because she had a last try of the IVF, and I knew she's gonna be pregnant. She is already. I don't know how I know that, but I was too shy to say it because
You also saw it in your dog Luna.
Yeah, I saw it in her energy.
Before she was
so
even
proud.
pregnant, you just do.
I think it's already happening. I don't know, because I am also not really sure about these things because they are so silly even for my mind sometimes that it's just crazy. Yeah. So I wanted to only share about these things. If you have also some doubts about you, that you're too sensitive, I really feel that it's maybe good, because as I heard from my acupuncturist, should you have black hair and then you will be not criticized? It's the same thing, and I've tried to change it my whole life.
I've been telling you this for 7 years, and now you go
Yeah.
to acupuncture once, and now you believe
No,
him?
it's not because of him. It's because of what I'm experiencing. I have also a friend like that, and she helps to a lot of people, but I was doing this help too, but I think it's not good because people have to learn how to help for themselves, because us very sensitive people can also suffer because we cannot really cut that off then.
Yeah. I've also heard a lot of these highly sensitive people saying that they grew up in this world and they feel it's so cruel.
Yeah.
Everything is so
Yeah,
cruel.
I felt it's crazy cruel in this planet. I had even depressions for 10 years since I was a teenager until like 25. And I think that it's more of us here. You know, it's maybe, I hope there is more of us, because I was always feeling like nobody really gets it, nobody really understands it. And I had a feeling that certain things everybody has to understand, you know.
And
Yeah.
I appreciate it most of the time, but there are also many times when I really don't want to do
Yeah.
these things. You know,
He doesn't want to do these things.
if I'm
yeah.
already laying in bed at night in our hotel, I don't want to get up and do acrobatics around the window to make sure it's dark. I would rather just sleep. You know, sometimes it's very inconvenient or uncomfortable for me, but I know it always is actually the better thing for me.
And we have this light, for example, if you have street light at home or if you have some small lights at night, I have a feeling, for example, that your body is programmed to be working on the sun's frequencies, which means every time of a day is a different wavelength coming to your brain, coming to your nervous system, and there is certain chemicals released in your body, certain proteins created, and these lamps are, I'm showing there because there is the lamp, they are actually interacting with that energy. And I don't know if it is a good thing to have these lamps or if it is an intention from higher places. Because today I woke up at 4:50 in the morning, and it was amazing because Dr. Joe teaches us to go to the inner blackness, and then I just saw nothing, And I just started, because the sun is starting to go up, you see black and white only, right? You don't see colors. And then I was going to the fridge and I didn't see my hands. I saw just my white pajama on, and I was like, wow, I can't see my hands, you know?
What were you doing at the fridge in the middle of the night?
I wanted to just take out some things which would be for breakfast. Yeah. But I just didn't see my hands, and it's so mystical because you can't see it. Doesn't mean it's not there, but it was amazing. And this connection, it's mystical because you can wrap your head around you. But if you have the lamp and if you have constantly the light around you, you can't just experience it, you know? So it's good to sometimes be somewhere where there are no lamps, where it's only darkness, and where you can just wake up with the sun and let it do its work with you, because this is a healing. This is what you are programmed to do. That's the very key to either be connected to nature but also be healthy.
Mm-hmm.
You know?
Yeah, it's super important.
Mm. And I know that I am sometimes very annoying, because my mother also used to come to me and say, oh, what do you say about that person? You know, or it's really crazy because I see people's programs and I see their intention. And I sometimes have to really block me, to disconnect, to walk away from certain energy, because then I become negative and it becomes trapped in me. It's not nice. I just wanted to share this in this video because I think it would be cool to make some videos about how it is to be with a sensitive person, because it could be one of the things which will be probably useful for somebody. Mm-hmm. Yeah. I also decided to wear this special t-shirt, and it says Catitude. I don't know if you see it, but it's a really funny t-shirt. So I just had to have it for this video because I have already, I'm ready and I have a catitude for this stuff.
Maybe people can go to buy it. We have it from New Yorker. I don't know where they sell it in the world, but...
Yeah, so you can buy Catitude and you can look like Umbridge from Harry Potter, Order of the Phoenix, because she was also into cats. So.
Mm-hmm. Let us know if you're resonating with this. Let us know if you also had similar experiences in your life, if you also feel that you're a very sensitive person, and share with us what you're going through in this life in the comments. We are curious to hear from you.
If you have also some questions, or you would like to share some of your stories, we will definitely read them and hopefully answer for them, but read them definitely. We read everything from you. You can post it underneath this video, and we hope you enjoy being with us, and we are looking forward to see you in the next video.